My name is Doug Woodring. I'm the co-founder and director of Project Kaisei. Our project's different. Project Kaisei. Kaisei means ocean planet in Japanese, and I think the difference with our environmental movement is we're really trying to be build a collaborative effort, not just be a advocacy group that's talking about problems. We're really about bringing a team together to solve a very big problem, and in our case it's plastic pollution in the ocean. So we're trying to bring together science, innovation, technology, public policy, education, and really create a whole framework that everyone's working together around the world on this issue of plastic debris, and our problem in the middle of the ocean is what is driving everyone's sort of excitement and interest in this area. We're really trying to bring in a big team of people and leverage capabilities that other groups have, and bring people together who don't normally talk together. The Pacific Ocean is a interesting place. It's a huge body of water. Actually, the ocean takes up 2/3 of our planet in terms of surface area, yet we treat it as if it's sort of a secondary thought. Plastic issue is very interesting, is because it's a massive problem that it's really snuck under our radar without anyone knowing about it, because people just don't go in that part of the water. So what we're finding is that as the plastic breaks down, it doesn't biodegrade, it gets smaller and smaller, and there's all kind of evidence that this is getting into the marine life, birds, small jellyfish, and at the very top end, whales, marlin, and the largest creatures of the ocean. And we believe that that is going to have quite an impact. And it has been having an impact, it's just that we didn't know about it. So this is the chance to raise that awareness, raise that flag, and say, hey, enough is enough. We went last summer. We took 2 vessels into the North Pacific Gyre. One was the Kaisei, one was the New Horizon with Scripps Oceanography. What we found on the small end when we were in the middle of the ocean was jellyfish and very small organisms actually consuming very small pieces of plastic that are broken down. But we also found what they call a hatchet fish. It's only about 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters wide, and it lives only at 200 meters to 400 meters deep. And we were doing deep trolling to do studies on the sea life that lives below the surface that may come up to eat. We found a piece of plastic in this small fish in the middle of this big ocean. So it's amazing that we could find that. At the large end of the scale, a whale just washed up in California, a sperm whale, had 400 kilos of plastic and nets inside its stomach. And another sperm whale washed up in Italy in December. They opened that up and a big plastic tarp came out of the stomach. Sperm whales in particular hunt for their food, and they use sonar. So when they see a suspended bag or a net in the water and the sonar bounces off of that, to them, they think it's food. So they have no way to really, unfortunately, understand that it's not food, and once they consume it, it potentially gets stuck in their stomachs. We hope to go this summer with up to 3 or 4 vessels, including 2 repurposed fishing vessels, and there's actually a whole angle here in the future with a cleanup to bring the fishing industry into this cooperation, because they know the ocean, they have boats, the fishing industry is in having problems because of overfishing, so we hope to get them engaged in helping us. This summer we want to scale up our catch methods. We tested some ways to get some of the material out of the water last summer using low energy and low marine life impact. We want to continue our science studies and our mapping. Mapping meaning we want to look at the 3-dimensionality of this, the thickness, how deep some of this material might be going under the water, and also use aerial images if possible to really do a very extensive scan on the surface, so we can then calculate very effectively what the energy, both input and output, would be if we can collect it for a larger scale cleanup in the future. So we need this summer expedition to really learn about those metrics in a much bigger way. There's a lot of solutions. Unfortunately, there's no silver bullet that is going to be one solution that fixes everything. We need a solution in the ocean itself to figure out how to clean some of the material up. How to gather it is the biggest task. We have new technologies that can turn plastic into fuel or plastic into other building materials, and that means that there would be a value to the garbage that we collect. So there's a way to subsidize some of that cleanup. Now on land, with prevention, there's all kinds of new material science products that we want to bring into this, and we're not the ones who are designing those, but we need to motivate new biodegradability and better biodegradability, and on top of that, ocean degradability, because a lot of biodegradable products actually don't degrade in the ocean. Today, without the solutions on the materials, one way we can help is through actually not using plastic. Everyone talks about reducing, reusing, and recycling. But if you refuse it at the beginning, then you don't have to worry about those other steps afterwards. So to the extent that we can get rid of plastic in unnecessary uses, that would be a huge, huge opportunity, and that's where the consumers and individuals can make a big difference.